In this video, we're diving into how to deploy a website on a VPS using Hostinger and Coolify without turning it into a confusing, over-technical mess. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you build your first website without feeling overwhelmed or stuck Googling things at 2 a.m. If you've ever felt like shared hosting was holding you back, but VPS hosting sounded way too intimidating, this video's for you. By the end of this video, you'll understand how Coolify fits into the picture, why Hostinger makes this whole process easier than you might expect, and how to get a real website deployed on your own server. Let's get into it. Why even use a VPS in the first place? You see, a lot of people start with shared hosting, and that's totally fine. It's cheap, it's easy, and for a basic website, it works. But at some point, things start to feel cramped. Your site gets slower, you want more control. You want to run something that shared hosting just doesn't support. It's usually when people hear the term VPS and immediately bounce. It sounds like you need to be some Linux wizard who lives in the terminal all day long. And honestly, that used to be kind of true. The difference now is tools like Coolify. Coolify basically acts like a middle layer. You still get the power of a VPS, but you don't have to manage everything manually. You're not SSHing in every 5 minutes just to deploy a site. It gives you a clean dashboard that handles a lot of the heavy lifting for you. That's why this combo works so well. Why Hostinger and Coolify is a good match. So obviously there's a lot of VPS providers out there, but Hostinger has a few things going for it that matter, especially if this is your first time doing this. First, they offer a VPS template where Coolify is already installed for you. That alone removes a huge headache. You don't have to figure out how to install Docker, configure services, or worry about whether you missed a step. You spin up the VPS and Coolify is ready to go. Second, the pricing is pretty reasonable. You don't need a monster server to deploy your first site. Even the entry-level plan gives you enough resources to run a few projects comfortably. And third, the control panel is simple. You're not buried in settings you don't understand. You can focus on actually getting your site live, choosing the right Hostinger VPS plan. So let's slow down here for a second because this part matters more than people think. When you're picking a VPS plan, it's really easy to overthink it. You start asking questions like, what if my site blows up overnight? Or what if I need way more power later? The truth is, you can always scale later. For most first-time deployments, a basic plan with a couple of CPU cores and enough RAM to breathe is more than enough. You're not running Netflix. You're deploying a website or maybe a small app. If you're just getting started, a lower tier VPS is just fine. You'll still get NVMe storage. You still get plenty of bandwidth. You can upgrade later without rebuilding everything. The goal right now isn't perfection. It's getting something live and understanding how the pieces fit together. So if you want to get started with your hosting or VPS plan, if you don't have one already, we'll leave a link for you down in the description below. That'll bring you to this page right here where you can go ahead and click on choose plan to choose between their 4 different VPS plans. There is KVM 1, 2, 4, and 8. Now, Hostinger says that their KVM 2 is their most popular plan, starting at $5.99 per month. And with that, you get 2 vCPU cores, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 100 gigabytes of NVMe disk space, and 8 terabytes of bandwidth. Basically, when you go from there, you're going to double everything except for the price. It's a little less than double the price. And from there, again, it's going to go ahead and double on KVM 8. So again, for most of you getting started, honestly, KVM 2 is probably more than enough than you'll ever need without needing to upgrade, but your needs may vary. So if you want to get started with hosting your VPS, just click the link down below in the description. Creating your VPS with Coolify template. So once you're inside your hosting or dashboard, this part is pretty straightforward. When you create a new VPS, you'll see an option to choose an operating system or a template. This is where you want to select Ubuntu 24.04 with Coolify pre-installed. This is important, so don't rush past it. By choosing this template, you're basically saying, I want Coolify ready to go as soon as my server boots up. Hostinger takes care of the setup behind the scenes. Now, after you confirm everything, Hostinger will provision the server. This usually takes a few minutes. Accessing Coolify for the first time. When your VPS is ready, Hostinger will give you an IP address. This IP address is how you access your server. To open Coolify, you'll go to your browser and type http:// insert your VPS IP, 3000. That 3000 part is important. That's the port that Coolify runs on by default. The first time you visit this page, Coolify will ask you to create an admin account. This is your main login for managing everything on this server, so use a strong password and don't forget it. Now, once you're logged in, you'll land on the Coolify dashboard. Take a second to look around. Don't click everything yet. Just get a feel for it. This is where you'll manage projects, deployments, databases, and services. Understanding Coolify's mental model. So before we deploy anything, it helps to understand how Coolify thinks. Coolify is built around around a few core ideas: project, environments, resources. A project is basically a container for related things. Think of it like a folder. An environment is usually something like production or staging. A resource is the actual thing you're deploying, like a website, app, or database. Once you get this, everything else starts to make more sense. Creating your first project inside the Coolify dashboard. So head over to the project section and click add. You'll be asked to name your project. Don't overthink this. Call it whatever makes sense to you. This is mostly for your own organization. After you create the project, you'll usually land inside a default production environment. That's where we're going to deploy the site. This is one of those moments where Coolify feels a lot friendlier than traditional server setups. You're not editing config files, you're just clicking buttons and filling out forms. Adding a new application resource. Now comes the fun part, deploying your website. Inside the production environment, click add new resource. Coolify will show you a list of options. This is where you can choose what kind of application you want to deploy. Depending on your setup, this could be a static site, a Node.js app, a PHP app, something pulled directly from a Git repository. For most people, the easiest way is connecting a Git repository. This could be from GitHub or another provider. You paste in the repository URL and Coolify takes it from there. At this point, Coolify will ask a few questions about how to build and run your app. Don't panic if you don't know every option. Coolify usually provides sensible defaults, and you can always adjust things later. What's actually happening behind the scenes? So here's the cool part. Even if you never touch the terminal, under the hood, Coolify is using Docker. Every app you deploy runs its own container. That means your site is isolated, predictable, and easier to manage. You don't have to manage Docker manually, but it's helpful to know that this is why things feel clean and organized. If something breaks, it usually doesn't take everything else down with it. This is a big upgrade from shared hosting, where one bad neighbor can slow everyone down. Deploying the application. Once your app is configured, you'll hit deploy. Coolify will pull your code, build the application, start the container, expose it through the server. You'll see logs scrolling by. This is normal. Even if you don't understand every line, you're looking for errors. If the deploy finishes successfully, you're in good shape. After deployment, Coolify will give you a URL or a way to access your app through the server's IP. At this point, your website is live. That's a pretty good feeling. Connecting a domain name. Running a site on an IP address is fine for testing, but eventually you'll want a real domain. So inside Coolify, you can attach a domain to your application. This usually involves pointing your domain's DNS records to your VPS IP, telling Coolify which domain belongs to which app. Coolify also makes it easy to add HTTPS using free SSL certificates. This is one of those things that used to be annoying, but is now mostly automatic. Once DNS propagates, your site should load on your custom domain. Securing your VPS. Don't skip this. This part isn't flashy, but it's important. Even though Hostinger sets up basic protections for you, you should still be aware of what's exposed. Make sure only necessary ports are open. You're not leaving random services accessible. Your admin passwords are strong. You don't need to become a security expert overnight. Just be intentional. A little caution goes a long way. Managing and updating your site over time. One of the best parts about using Coolify is how easy updates are. If your site lives in a Git repo, updating is often as simple as publishing new code and redeploying. Coolify handles the rest. You can also monitor logs, restart services, add databases later, scale resources if needed. This is where VPS hosting starts to feel empowering instead of scary. When this setup makes sense, and when it doesn't. This setup is amazing if you want more control. You're deploying custom apps. You're learning how servers work without diving too deep. It might be overkill if you just want a simple blog and never plan to touch it. You don't want to think about servers at all, and that's okay. The goal isn't to force everyone onto a VPS. It's to give you options when you're ready for them. Deploying a website on a VPS doesn't have to feel impossible. With Hostinger handling the infrastructure and Coolify handling deployments, you get a setup that's both powerful but still approachable. So if you want to get started with Hostinger VPS, you'll find a link down in the description below. This is an affiliate link, which means we do earn a small commission when you use it at no extra cost to you. And it's these commissions that really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using it, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we make videos on how to create websites, explore different website builders, builders, discuss domain names, and so much more, so be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.